Hi, welcome to this tutorial on the main menu feature here for Anthem. There's a couple unique things that I've done, but it's going to take some tweaking to change on your part. But I think you'll like the tweaks. So first off, if you click on the menu, you'll notice that you get this really cool background image here that I made in Photoshop. It's an image that I added this color. This light gradient color on in Photoshop, purple to a blue. And then I've also done some styling here to the submenus here. So if you like this look, but you just want to change the background image, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll also show you how to use a gradient color option with some transparency, which is pretty sweet. And that looks like this. So here I have a gradient, and I have the opacity at 98%, so you can kind of see behind the page there still. And then I'll also show you what to do if you want to change this menu, just the regular default one, and what you would clear out to do that. All right, so let's get started here with the main image here, with the image background. So I've uploaded some images to my image library, and dark images usually work best. Um, you know, um, an image like with a lot of contrast won't work so well. It'll be hard to read unless you go into Photoshop and add like a color overlay. Or this kind of image would work pretty well because it's blurred out and it's somewhat darker. Or an image like this would work really well. But I'm going to try this one here. It's the same image that I had before, but this time instead of adding the gradient color overlay on it in Photoshop, I added a really transparent black over it. So I need to grab this URL here. So I'm going to copy all this, just this URL, which for me just double or triple clicking works. And I'm going to copy. So Command C or Control C on a PC. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the CSS file for Anthem, and I'm going to go down and find the navigation, which should be around this 130 mark. This is an early version of Anthem, so these numbers might change, line numbers might change, but it'll be in this navigation section. And I'm going to scroll down until I see the image mobile menu background, and here's my URL that I'd like to change. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that one in, and actually I'm just going to copy this line and paste it there. And then I should have done that first. I'm going to paste my new URL right here. So that's where I'm going to paste that other image. And then I'm just going to comment out this line. I don't have to because this line's coming after it and it's replacing it, but I just like to do that anyway. So I'm going to save and upload. And I'm going to go back to my page and refresh, and then relaunch my menu. And there we go. I now have this other image instead, which looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and actually undo that now, and then uncomment out that line. And then I actually want to use the gradient mobile version. So I'm going to just grab from here down here. I'm actually going to put a space right there. I'm going to go down here and just comment out these lines here. Now at this point, if I save it and I go to my menu here, refresh the page, now it's going to behave like it normally would. It's just going to give me a solid color, which is fine too. But if I come up here and uncomment out these, and by uncommenting I mean just take out this star slash here, and then take out this slash star there, like so, and I save it, it's going to do a couple things. It's going to keep my opacity of the menu at 98%, and then it's going to apply these gradient colors, which is like a blue to a red kind of deal. So I'm going to refresh the page now. It should be the same colors in the logo here, actually, which I don't know if I'd use, but just to show the example and show that you can do it. It's a great contrast there. So there you can see the gradient overlay that I have, and you can see the page scrolling underneath it there. So that could be cool if you're down the page a ways and you hit the menu, you could still kind of see where you were. And you can adjust, this 98% to whatever. So now I'm going to go ahead and comment that out and save it. And so if you wanted to switch back to the default menu system, so I'll go ahead and go to Appearance, Customize here. And a couple things to note here in this section. The color of the hamburger menu here is controlled in the Customizer under General Settings, Layout Settings, Theme Accent Color. That's what controls the 3 lines and the drop-down menu tops, as you'll see here in a second. So I'm actually going to go and I'm going to change the header format to default. And so now I have the default menu here. I'm going to go ahead and publish this actually, so I can show you on the real thing. Okay, so now I have my default menu, which looks nice. And then if I go down to mobile here, and I have my drop-down menu with my subpages. This plus feature here is something that's added in code, and so I'll show you how to get rid of that if you don't want that. So I'm actually going to leave the customizer now, and I'm going to go to Divi, Theme Options, in the integration panel here, and that submenu code is here in the head section. So I'm going to get as much of this visible as I can. Okay, so here you see submenu mobile collapse, and then here you see some other features of Anthem that we'll go into later. So if I did not want these pluses here to show and hide the submenus, if I just wanted the submenus to always show, like so on the mobile menu, then I would delete this code right here. And then also in the CSS at the very bottom of the file, there's this nesting mobile menu. I will either comment this out or get rid of it. I'm going to leave it in because I think it's handy. But that's how you would get rid of that feature. I'm going to go ahead and get us back to desktop here. And then you'll also see that the font size here is being set by the CSS that we had back up here in our navigation area, which is around 130, I believe. And so you could take out these, font size 16. I could comment that out or take that out. Same with this font size here. And now my font size, I should be able to control it with the, the customizer. I should be able to go in the customizer now. And I could go in and change these values, and it'll affect the menu. So I'm actually going to undo all that though. I'm going to go back to header format, go back to full screen, save it, and then I'm going to uncomment out that line, uncomment out this one, and then I'm going to turn on the image one here. And so now I should be back to where we started. So yeah, so that's how you work the main menu system in Anthem, and that's how you edit it. Thanks again for purchasing Anthem. It really means a lot. And we'll see you in the next video.